Let us see the objective part regarding global warming and climate change. Now, observe the questions carefully and then answer the things. What are the possible limitations of India in mitigating the global warming at present and in immediate future, it seems? Now, your options are, you have to find out the correct statements here. Right now, appropriate alternate technologies are no sufficiently available. Yes, perfectly right. These are the limitations. First one, India cannot invest huge funds in research and development. Yes, this is a limitation. Many developed countries have already set up their polluting industries in India. No, this is not a limitation, right? Completely outrage. So your option is A. Next one, consider the following statements. Chlorofluorocarbons, known as ozone depleting substances, are used in the manufacturing of plastic foams. Yes, perfectly right. In the manufacturing of tubeless tires. No, wrong. In cleaning certain electronic components. Yes, perfectly right. Now, as pressurizing agents in aerosol cons. Yes, perfectly right. So your options are 1, 3, 4 only. Come to the next one. Which of the following are the sources of methane? Answer the correct question, right? Now, bacteria and wetlands. Yes, perfectly right. We have discussed this in detail in the video also, right? Go through the videos. Digestion of livestock. Yes, see here, your belching of ruminants will lead you to methane release. Production of natural gas. Yes, so your option is all the above, right? Now let us move on to the next one. Consider the following statements regarding fluorinated gas, and you are asked to find out the correct code, right? I mean correct statements. Three main categories of hydrofluorocarbons, perfluorocarbons. Yes, yes, correct, perfectly right. They are used nowadays as refrigerants, fire retardants, etc. Yes, perfectly right. The two statements are perfectly right. Now third one, they are eco-friendly as they do not deplete stratospheric ozone layer and are not greenhouse gases. No, this is bluntly wrong. So your third statement is wrong. So your answer is 1 and 2 only. Next one, arrange the below given gases in increasing order of global warming potential. I already gave this in the video itself, right? Those who followed the videos perfectly can answer these questions very easily. Right now, what's your answer? Increasing order, it seems. So carbon dioxide. Yes, next one, methane. Next one, nitrous oxide. Next one, hydrofluorocarbons. Right. Now this is the increasing order. So your option is B. Right, 1, 3, 2, 4, done. Now, next one, consider the following regarding impacts of climate change in agriculture, it seems. Now you are asked to find out the correct statements, right? Now what are the correct statements? Increase of yield in temperate regions for moderate increase in temperature. Now what's the exact question asked? Consider the following regarding impacts of climate change in agriculture, it seems. Yes, so increase of yield in temperate regions for moderate increase in temperature. Yes, this is perfectly right. Now, increase of yield in tropical regions for high rise in temperature. No, this is wrong. Right, increased soil erosion may decrease soil fertility. Yes, perfectly right. Yes, Now your answers are 1 and 3 only. Consider the following regarding various protocols of environmental protection and find out the correct statements it seems. Right. Hydrofluorocarbons should be phased out by all countries as per Montreal Protocol. No, perfectly wrong. See, Montreal Protocol is an international environmental agreement with universal ratification to protect the Earth zone's layer by eliminating the use of ODS, ozone depleting substances. Right? So, this Montreal Protocol sets binding progressive phase out of progressive, not should be phased out. Progressive phase out of all ozone depleting substances major including CFCs, halogens and less damaging transitional chemicals such as HFCs. Now Kyoto Protocol is a legally binding agreement on all developed countries but not on developing countries it seems. No, this is completely wrong, right? So both statements are perfectly wrong. Consider the following statements regarding carbon emission trading. Now you are asked to find out the correct statements. Now what are the correct statements? It is a form of emission trading aimed at all greenhouse gases and ozone at troposphere it seems. No, this is not right. Right? Now under carbon trading, a country have more emissions of carbon is able to purchase the right to emit, and the country having less emission trades the right to sell carbon credits to other countries. Yes, now I have discussed this in detail in the video about the carbon trading system, joint development mechanisms, all the things. Now this is implemented under Kyoto Protocol. Yes, perfectly right. So your answer is 2 and 3. Consider the following statements. Global warming potential of a gas is the measure of the total energy that a gas absorbs over a particular period of time compared to methane. No, it is compared to carbon dioxide. Your first statement is bluntly wrong. Right? Now, carbon dioxide. Among greenhouse gases, hydrofluorocarbons have maximum global warming potential it seems. No. Sulfur hexafluoride has the highest GWP. So your second statement is bluntly wrong. So your answer is neither 1 nor 2. Now, ozone depletion would impact the plant community in several ways. Now these include, right? Now, increase in photosynthesis? No, bluntly wrong. Decline in water use efficiency? Yes, right. Decline in yield of plants? Yes, right. So, your answer is 2 and 3. Which of the following is responsible for maximum greenhouse gas emissions it seems? Now see here your option, very easy, straight question, thermal power stations. Already I have discussed the same question in the previous video also. Selling of carbon by developing industries is known as, is it carbon dating? Is it carbon sequestration? No, it is carbon credit trading. See. Which of the following is not a greenhouse gas it seems? Now see here your oxygen, easy picking, right? Straight question. Your oxygen is not a greenhouse gas. Now, global atmospheric temperature is likely increase due to, now global atmospheric temperature, like see here first option, burning of fossil fuel, direct question. The largest reservoir of nitrogen on our planet is, right? Atmosphere. Straight, simple, straight question. Now the largest amount of ozone is found in which part of the atmosphere? One more straight question, right? Which one? Upper troposphere, right? Next one. The only gas in the atmosphere that can absorb the sun's dangerous UV is, one straight question, ozone. unit of ozone measurement is Dobson units, your C option, right? Perfectly right. We have discussed about the Dobson units. Which one of the following is not a greenhouse gas? Your water vapor is not a greenhouse gas, right? Now easy pickings, right? Now what are the primary causes of climate change? It seems, right? Now excessive burning of fossil fuels. Now what's the question is, what are the primary causes of climate change? It seems, yes. Now excessive burning of fossil fuels is correct. Exploding number of automobiles, it seems, is it correct? Primary cause, increasing solar flares, yes, perfectly right. No. Observe here, observe the options carefully. Exploding the number of automobiles, yes, perfectly right. Now increasing solar flares, no, this is not a reason, sorry. Now heavy deforestation, yes, perfectly right. So your answers are 1, 2 and 4 only. Now, which of these natural events affect the climate? Now which of these natural events affect the climate? Thawing permafrost, yes, perfectly right. Now see here, I have discussed this in detail in the video also. Go through that. This was your previous IES question. The path of the earth around the sun, yes, Milankovitch principles. Volcanic eruptions, yes, right. So your answer is all the above. Which of the following activities contributes the most of carbon emission globally? Most of the carbon emission globally, it seems. So your answer is energy supply, right? Previously we have seen power stations. Consider the following. Which of the above add carbon dioxide to the carbon cycle on the earth? Right, now what? So see here, we have missed one option there. Fourth one is volcanic action. Which of the above add carbon dioxide to the carbon cycle, it seems? Now your options are photosynthesis, no, it takes carbon dioxide. Respiration, yes, correct. Decay of organic matter, yes, correct. Volcanic action, yes, correct. So your answer is C. Now, consider the following statements and find out the correct statement there. Now what are the correct statements? Photosynthesis process adds carbon dioxide in carbon cycle, bluntly wrong. The increasing amount of carbon dioxide in the air is raising the temperature of the atmosphere as it absorbs outgoing radiation, perfectly right. So this is what your greenhouse gas affects. Next one, which gas is responsible for ozone depletion? It seems easy picking, right? Chlorofluorocarbons. Now which of these pairs are correctly matched? It seems. So your answers are carbon monoxide asphyxiation, yes, perfectly right. Right, now sulfur dioxide is greenhouse gas effect, means wrong, they are not correctly paid. Chlorofluorocarbons, ozone layer depletion, yes, perfectly right. So your option is 1 and 3 only. Now see here, we have missed out one question here, we attempted wrong one. Observe here. Now this one, right, we attempted a wrong question, right? Which one of the following is not a greenhouse gas? So is not a greenhouse gas is nothing but sulfur dioxide, right? This is a thing, right? You correct it. The difference between carbon dioxide emission allowed and actually emitted carbon dioxide is known as, now this is a very important topic, we have discussed in detail. What is that? Carbon credits, right? Now see here, we have discussed this in detail regarding this carbon credits, right? Focus on the things. Now consider the following statement regarding carbon credits and find out the correct answer, right? Now the carbon credit system was ratified in conjunction with Kyoto Protocol, yes, perfectly right. Carbon credits are awarded to countries or groups that have reduced greenhouse gas emissions below their emission quota. Yes, perfectly right. Both the statements are right. Which of the following can help in reducing carbon footprint, it seems? Now your options: using fly ash based cement in building constructions. Yes, bluntly correct, right? Now next one, with using LED based electric lamps instead of incandescent lamps. Yes, perfectly right. So your answer is both are correct. Now, next one, which of the following are the possible effects of global warming, it seems? Now cultivated areas will be enlarged. Yes, right. Sowing period will be shortened. Yes, right. Possible effects: the rate of decomposition of organic matter will increase. Yes, perfectly right. So your answer is D. Now consider the following sectors of India. Arrange the above in increasing order of their contribution in greenhouse gas emissions. Now see here, I have given this one in the video exactly. Now if you observe the video, you can answer this very easily. Now your answer is increasing order, it seems. Waste, next industrial process and product use, I like this. Next agriculture, next energy. Now what is the option that satisfies this? Your B option exactly satisfies this. Which of the following are ozone depleting substances, it seems? Now you find out the correct one. Now what are the ozone depleting substances? Halogens, yes. Hydrofluorocarbons, yes. Hydrofluorocarbons, no. Chlorofluorocarbons, yes. So your answer is 1, 2 and 4 only, right? Consider the following statements. Carbon sequestration describes long-term storage of carbon dioxide to mitigate or defer global warming. Yes, this statement is perfectly right. Yes, next one. Carbon offsets or credits for reduction in greenhouse gas emissions made at locations which create renewable energy. Yes, perfectly right. Green carbon refers to coastal, aquatic and marine carbon sinks held by vegetation, marine organisms and sediments. No, wrong. Now what is green carbon? Green carbon is the carbon stored in plants and soil of natural ecosystems and is a vital part of global carbon cycle. Green carbon is nothing but, I'll write down the things here. Carbon stored in what we call plants and soil of the ecosystem. Right. Now this is the one. Now your answer is 1 and 2 only. Next one. Which of these is not an expected effect of climate change, right? Which of these is not an expected effect of climate change? Now your answers will be, right, sea level rising is an expected change, right? Flood in coastal areas is an expected change. Now expanding glaciers, no, glaciers will be decreasing. This is not an expected change. Extreme weather is also an expected change. So your answer is C. Next one. Kyoto Protocol is related to global warming. One straight question. The Earth Summit of Rio de Janeiro was held in the year 1992. We have discussed it n number of times, right? Now consider the following statements and which are correct, it seems. Kyoto Protocol places a heavier burden on developed countries under the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities. Yes, right. Kyoto Protocol was adopted in 1997 and entered into force in 2005. Yes, perfectly correct. Both are correct. Now, Consider the following statements. The 13th Annual Conference of Parties of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change was held in Bali. Yes, right. Bali Action Plan of UNFCCC endorsed a mitigation program called RED in developing countries. Yes, RED and RED plus categories. Both are correct. Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete ozone layer aims to control the production and use of chlorofluorocarbons only, right? Not dichloromethane, not HFCs. So your option is B, right? Next one. Which of the following statements is not true with regarding to Kyoto Protocol? It commits countries to specified reductions in emissions. Yes, this is a protocol. This is true regarding. It has not been implemented seriously. Yes, this is true. It concerns specified greenhouse gases. Yes, true. It has a uniform reduction. No, this is not. It doesn't have uniform reduction. So D is your answer. Now, next one. Consider the following statements and answer the correct one. The proper design and effective implementation of United Nations designated reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation program can significantly contribute to protection of diversity. Yes. Resilience of forest ecosystems. Yes, right. Poverty reduction. Yes, right. So your answer is all the above. Consider the statements regarding Kyoto Protocol and answer the correct statements. Under the Kyoto Protocol, clean development mechanism permits a signatory nation to establish emission reduction projects in other developing nations. Perfectly right. This is what we have discussed in the video also. Each signatory country is allowed to emit a fixed amount of greenhouse gases under quota limit. Yes, perfectly right. Kyoto Protocol legally binds developed countries parties to emission reduction targets. Yes, perfectly right. So your answer is all the three are right. The Agenda 21, a global action plan for sustainable development, was adopted in which one of the following climate change summits, it seems? No, this was adopted in Rio Summit 1992. Consider the following statements regarding Kyoto Protocol and you are asked to find out the correct statement. The clean development mechanism defined in Kyoto Protocol allows signatory country to set up an emission reduction project in developing country. Yes, correct. The second commitment period of Kyoto Protocol is from 2008 to 12. No, wrong. This is wrong. So your answer is only A. Let us move on to the next one. Which one of the following protocols is associated with issue of control and phasing out of use of ozone depleting substances? We already discussed about this. What is the answer? Montreal Protocol, right? Am I right? Yes, this is right. Now, Kigali Amendment is related to which of the following protocols? Kigali, we had discussed this, right? Montreal Protocol. We have discussed the entire data, right? Which among the following is the most abundant greenhouse gas in the Earth's atmosphere? Water vapor is the abundant greenhouse gas. Now, the highest per capita emitter of carbon dioxide in the world is the question is the highest per capita emitter of carbon dioxide in the world is Qatar. Now all these options are wrong, right? Your answer is Qatar. Qatar is the highest. Now already I have given this data also in the video. You can go through that. Which is not a part of National Action Plan on Climate Change? National Water Mission is a part. National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture is a part. Now National Mission on Pollution Control, no, this is not a part. So your option is C. This is also a part of National Climate Action Plan. Right. Which among the following is used as a reference to calculate global warming potential? One straight question we have discussed, carbon dioxide. One straight one. Right. Done. Thank you.